the book you say that no matter what our culture, ethnicity, gender, religion, spiritual path, or the particular time that we live in, that we're all here to awaken and fulfill our potential, which goes well with what you were just saying. So how would you describe that awakening process to someone who isn't quite sure what you mean by that?
That's the core teaching of yoga philosophy, which is that we're here to realize that we're spiritual beings. And this is a shift that occurs in our awareness. If people do have some sense of spirituality, very often the first sense is that I'm a person who has a soul. Right? So this awakening process actually turns that around completely so that you understand I don't have a soul. That's an egoic perspective. I'm the ego that has a soul. So awakening is turning that around to say, I am a spiritual being expressing through the body, expressing through the mind, expressing through ego. So it's a shift in our identification of what we are, and it's something that, in my experience, and in observing the lives of others, and even the lives of saints and sages, it generally occurs over a period of time, where a person begins to consider, what the nature of absolute reality is, and what this existence is that we live, and the big question, who am I? Who am I really? Am I the body? Usually we could say no, I'm not the body. The body changes over time, and the older you get, of course, the more you can see that, right? And then you ask the question, am I the mind? And then you have to say, well, but I can observe the mind, and the mind is changing all the time. And so then you ask, what is that which observes? What is the witness? And then one begins to make that connection with actually being the witness. So this is some sense of what the awakening process is. And for some people, of course, it could be instantaneous, it could be sudden, but generally it's something that occurs over time, as the mind is clarified, as the body becomes balanced, and one is able to stabilize their awareness.